Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Have you ever noticed that, subhanAllah, when Allah talks about things of the hereafter, He uses familiar frames of reference? And that's actually what I want us to focus upon. When Allah Azza wa Jal talks about trees, and He talks about water, and He talks about all of these different things in Jannah that we can relate to, because these are the most enjoyable things here in this dunya. When you see nature, when you see water, when you see trees, when you see rivers, when you enjoy the shade, all of that is so that you could connect to Jannah at a deeper level. But Allah Azza wa Jal tells us that in it is what no eye has ever seen, what no ear has ever heard, and it has never come to the imagination of any person. Why does Allah Azza wa Jal give you a frame of reference for you to strive for in Jannah? Because Allah Azza wa Jal is building on what you know so that you can pursue what you don't know. You trust the maker of this beauty to know that there is the same maker of the beauty over there that you pursue. And just as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed you to experience this, Allah Azza wa Jal will allow you to experience something so much greater, something so much more. Same is true when it comes to punishment. Fire. We don't know what actual fire is when we think about the hellfire and we think about what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised in terms of punishment. May Allah protect us. But when Allah Azza wa Jal talks about intense heat, we know how uncomfortable we get in intense heat, or the intense cold and freezing of the fire. We know how uncomfortable we get. And then there are all sorts of things that feel extremely unnatural, right? The drinking of one's blood and pus and all of these horrendous punishments that are mentioned. And all of that is to give us a frame of reference so that we stay away from it, so that we don't earn the actions of those who end up in those places. And so that we take comfort, especially in a time like this, where we see the devils of the world that are burning the most angelic human beings of the world in Gaza. We know that Allah Azza wa Jal has a punishment in store for those who punish in this life in oppression. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to see their punishment from the windows of Jannah and not from the depths of the fire with them. Allahumma ameen. All of this, dear brothers and sisters, is so that no matter where you are in your dunya, you're always looking around and you're connecting to the Akhirah. Allah gave you a familiar frame of reference. Happiness, quiet, companionship, solitude, even the inner emotions that we would feel. Though we would not experience the joy that we experience in Jannah in this dunya, but we know what it's like to experience those sentiments that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning. And so strive for what Allah Azza wa Jal has promised you on the basis of what He already allowed you to experience. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always is more. Khayrun wa abqa. What Allah Azza wa Jal has promised in the hereafter is better and everlasting. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to enter into Jannah together. May Allah Azza wa Jal protect us from the punishment of the fire together. Allahumma ameen. Barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.